Autopsy reports, or results rather, on one of the alleged middlemen in Percy Lapid's killing find no signs of external injuries. The National Police plans to roll out regional security dialogues with members of media. And the tropical depression Obet leaves the Philippine territory, but a new low-pressure area is spotted. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. We begin the newscast with the results of the government's autopsy on the body of the deceased middleman in Lapid's slay case. JC Cosico has the details.
Negative for COVID-19 and with no apparent signs of external physical injury. These were the initial findings of the autopsy conducted by the National Bureau of Investigation on the body of June Globa Villamor. He is one of the alleged middlemen in the killing of radio broadcaster Percy Lapid. In a memo, NBI Medical Legal Officer Marivic Villarin Floro, the leader of Task Force Villamor, said there was no gunshot wounds. The paraffin test, which could indicate if he had fired a gun, also yielded negative results. Instead, Villamor was found to have suffered from a heart hemorrhage. On the possibility of ruling out foul play, Justice Chief Boying Remulla emphasized that the doctor must be consulted first. Meanwhile, the family of the slain broadcaster is not convinced with the results.
If it shows that there is no injury, that it just any foul play, yes, we do believe that there was foul play.
Their camp will request forensic pathologist Raquel Fortun to conduct an independent autopsy. In an interview with One News The Chiefs, Fortun said she is willing to do so if there is consent.
All we need actually is a consent. But I see that as a problem. Like the Mabasa family, they're not supposed to be the ones granting the consent for an autopsy, not their relative. So maybe there's an authority out there who would request for it. We sometimes do that, for instance, court yun.
She also underscored the importance of preserving a body before undergoing autopsy.
Just ask NBI, what kind of autopsy were they able to do? Was it still a fresh body? So was that body refrigerated and preserved such that when you do an autopsy, you can still collect samples for toxicology? I wonder.
In a tweet, Fortun questioned why there is no indicated date of the autopsy. She also mentioned the conduct of paraffin testing and presence of ballisticians, even without external injuries or history of shooting. Authorities have yet to respond to her statements. Last October 18, Villamor was rushed to the Nuba Libid Hospital supposedly due to loss of consciousness. He died within the day, in time for the presentation of self-confessed gunman Joel Escorial to the media. President Bongbong Marcos has earlier suspended Corrections Bureau Chief Gerald Bantag following Villamor's death. For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
Following Lapid's murder, authorities have addressed the safety and security concerns of journalists. Speaking with media members, Interior Chief Benhar Abalos said they can't directly coordinate with the DILG if they receive threats. He assured them that the agency, together with the National Police, will investigate the matter. Police Lieutenant General Rodel Sermonia added that they will bring media dialogues to other regions to reach provincial news agencies.
Pupuntahan po natin yung mga provincial offices at mga iba't ibang region. Pag may mga threat, ay pagbigay alam nyo kagad sa ating kapulisan through our PIO sa mga probinsya at sa mga regional offices para matugunan po agad.
But while the kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas welcomed the attempt to protect journalists, the organization called for mechanisms to be put in place to ensure that visitations by authorities will not be abused. Recall that police home visits to journalists were earlier suspended following backlash.
The manner is a little bit of should be changed siguro or should be improved, no? Kasi ang kulang nandoon siguro yung mekanismo rin kung paano na maiwasan na abusuhan yung visitation, lalo na kung mga hindi naka-uniforme.
The local government of Manila has announced road closures ahead of All Saints' Day or Undas. In an advisory, the city's information office listed 6 areas near Manila North Cemetery in the closure. It will start from October 31 at 10 in the evening to 5 p.m. of November 2. The Manila LGU reminded residents to follow the rules and regulations during visits to cemeteries. The National Police is planning to deploy at least 10,000 personnel across the capital region for Undas. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. A slight rollback on the prices of fuel products is in the offing for motorists next week. Unioil Philippines projects that prices of diesel would go down by up to a peso per liter, while gasoline prices per liter would be slashed by up to 30 centavos. Meanwhile, Tropical Depression Obet exited the Philippine area of responsibility this afternoon. Pag-asa last spotted its center some 260 kilometers west of Basco, Batanes. The Weather Bureau is now monitoring a new low-pressure area east of Mindanao, which could develop into a tropical cyclone in the coming days. For now, rain showers are expected over the Davao region, BARMM, and the Zamboanga Peninsula due to the ITCZ. Northeast monsoon, meanwhile, will bring light rains over Cagayan Valley and Cordillera. Localized thunderstorms may also bring rains over Metro Manila and the rest of the country. A company is partnering with streaming giant Netflix as the latter prepares to air advertisements on the platform. Let's watch this.
Advertising is coming to Netflix, and that's one reason Integral Ad Science is partnering with the streaming platform to provide transparency around advertising viewership. We chat with their CEO to find out more. Lisa, thank you so much for making time for us. You are the CEO of Integral Ad Science. I know you work very hard to provide transparency to advertisers and marketers. How does IAS differentiate Netflix's offering to advertisers? Because there are a lot of competitors now, right? We've got Hulu, we've got Disney.
Us partnering with Netflix means we'll be providing transparency and helping marketers better understand that their ads were viewed, there was no fraud detected within the stream, and also helping them with the performance of their ad.
How does the transparency that your work provides to advertisers help the folks who are working with Netflix iterate on their advertising and creative offering?
I know there's no cord in my house, there's no cutting the cord. My whole family views always on stream content, and marketers want to connect with those users wherever they are in a streaming environment, but they want to make sure again that their ads were viewed by a human, that there's more transparency into where the ads ran within connected TV. I spend a lot of time with marketers, and I ask them frequently, what will it take to move more of your linear TV budgets over into connected TV? And they're just looking for similar transparency within a CTV environment, both in terms of premium platforms and then also within programmatic CTV inventories. Earlier this year, marketers, when they were running their ads in programmatic CTV, they only had visibility into which device and which app. They didn't have visibility into which show, which channel, which genre. Marketers, when it comes to social platforms, they've been asking the platforms, would you please open up your live feed for verification providers like IAS so that we can classify the inventory and determine, yes, this is brand safe and brand suitable.
And for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.